Let's see how to install a mainline voltage stabilizer for home, and also let's see how to install a rewirable changeover switch of 32 amperes double pole 240 volts, or in simple language changeover switch. So first of all we will cut out the connection from the main switch. Now this is the rewirable changeover switch of 32 amperes double pole 240 volts. So switch 1, then middle is off, and then this is for switch 2. So first we need to drill a wood plank over the wall on which we need to install this two-way switch or rewirable changeover switch. So basically from this we can distribute the main line, among two switches. So this is the lever which changes the line from switch 1 and switch 2. Well, the basic idea of using this changeover switch is for voltage stabilizer, that just in case the voltage stabilizer gets damaged and we need to bypass the mainline current again back to the way it used to come in our home, we need to use this changeover switch. So in one condition, suppose you keep it in switch 1, then the main line will be coming as usual, and when we will pull the lever downwards, suppose say switch 2, we can make the main line connection to go via the voltage stabilizer, and from there it enters the home. So we can say that switch 1 will act as a bridge for the main supply as regular usual entering our house, and when pulling the lever to switch 2, the current will pass through the voltage stabilizer and we will get a stabilized voltage. So we are doing the fittings. So we have to make the connection in a way that the main line entering this two-way switch gets diverted. Like two lines coming out from one single line. So this is how we're doing the wiring. The inputs and the outputs of the wirings. So we are fixing the in and out of switch 1. Now this is how we are installing the box of the changeover switch over the wood plank or the wall. Make sure we make the screws tight so that the box doesn't come out. And here we are installing an MCB, miniature circuit breaker, for the stabilizer, just in case a huge fluctuation comes in through the main line. So it will help in saving the stabilizer. It will just trip down. Now we are also putting the cover for the wires as a safety precaution. This is how we are installing the circuit line passing via the MCB miniature circuit breaker. So first, current coming through the main line, which will come out of the changeover. It will first pass through the MCB and then it will enter the voltage stabilizer. So the function of this MCB is to save the stabilizer from getting damaged if sudden fluctuation, high fluctuation comes in through the main line. So this will also act as a on and off switch for the voltage stabilizer. Through this switch we can also make the stabilizer on and off. And in any case, anytime suppose the MCB as well as the stabilizer gets damaged, then we will use the changeover switch to switch the supply line, the main supply line, back to the way it was earlier. That means since when we will switch over, then the line will come directly and enter into the main box. And then we can use the lever of the main box on and off to cut down or bringing in the main supply, electrical supply inside the home. So we are using a 32 amp, this is C32 MCB. The voltage stabilizer is of 5 kVA. Which has the capacity to control a load almost equal to 4000 watts. So we install this MCB of C32, this 32 amps. So this will also act as the on and off switch for the stabilizer as well as a circuit breaker. We are using clips and this covers. To insulate the wires for safety reasons. See these wires, this is the input and the output for the switch 1 of changeover. In the same way we will install the input and output for the switch 2 of the changeover. And this switch 2 we will use to pass through the MCB and then to the voltage stabilizer, which will then enter the home via the main switch. So this is the switch 2 of the changeover. We're doing the wiring, the input and output. Okay, so this is the switch 1 connections. This is the main line as usual as it used to come, like when we pull the lever up, this goes to the switch 1. So the main current will keep enter the home as usual as earlier. Okay, this is the input and output of switch 1. And this is the cover we call them casing cover for the wirings. So this insulates the wire. It makes the wiring organized, safe. These are the clips we are using to hold the cover pipes. This is the main switch of the home. This is 32 amp to 40 volt, the main switch we are all aware of. We pull up, it lets the main line enter, and pull down, then it shut off the main current entering the home. Okay, so the current enters this main switch via this fuse. So we have to make the connection first to the fuse, and then the current enters to the main switch. Make sure to insulate the joints with tape. Here we pushed in the fuse. Checking the connections for the switch. Yes, it's coming. You can see the light glowing in the tester. See the light glowing, orange light. So now the MCB is down, no connection coming. Okay, MCB up, connection is coming. So it's working, MCB working, ChangeOverSwitch working. Now we will do the wiring for the input of the current going inside the main switch, and then the output coming out from this and entering our home. So this is a main switch with 2 fuse unit built in. So with this main switch we can cut off the current entering our home, or the phase entering our home, and then we can again, when we pull it up, it lets the current or the phase enter our house, and then we can use it to watch movies, charge our cell phones, our light fan, everything runs on that. Computers, laptops, washing machines, whatever little appliances we have in home. We have to make sure all the connections are tight, nothing is loose. Loose connections can create sparks and short circuits. This is the up position for the switch when you pull it down. Putting the fuse. This is our voltage stabilizer unit. It's a 5 kVA. So this is a slot we need to open. Once we open the slot, see there's a wire coming out of it. There are 3 connections, E for earth, N for neutral, and N for line. Okay, so line means the current or the phase, neutral means the neutral one, and earth means the earth thing. Usually the green is for earthing, the red represents the phase or the current, and the black represents the neutral. Now we will join the wires that we just built and connect it to the cable of the voltage stabilizer. So we have to join the phase or current, then second is the neutral, and then third one is the earthing. Earthing is very necessary, otherwise the static current that builds up in the components like television, washing machines, even the voltage stabilizer, like everything, they build a static current and it can damage the product itself, like washing machine, television, computers, whatever we're using, fans and light, and it can also give a electrical shock to humans, to us, and of course other living creatures. So we are covering up or capping up these wires. You make sure we insulate joints with insulation tape. So finally we gonna screw the wires, the 3 wires. Okay, L represents the line or the phase or the wire through which the current is coming. Okay, then we put the neutral one, an earth one, and then finally close the slot with the screws provided. We now activate the main switch by putting the fuse in, change over switch, make sure everything is working fine, test MCB, on and off. MCB is down, see the voltage stabilizer is down, MCB is on, the voltage stabilizer is on. So this acts as a on and off switch as well as a circuit breaker for the stabilizer. You see output and input. This input 215 volts, output 234 volts. So this is stepping up the voltage to the optimum level for the current entering our home. This is the MCB again, on and off switch. Circuit breaker. Down is for the stabilizer mode, and when we pull the lever up, this will go to the mains mode. That means current coming without the stabilizer. This is the main junction, main switch. Towards up is on, towards down is off. So that's it. So say great job.